sharing gratitude for life, for freedom, and for the gospel.
I believe that he's been given a second chance, and we're so grateful for that.
Winning a frightening battle with cancer, BYU basketball coach Dave Rose is thankful for every new day.
Look at this warrior.
It's go time.
It's go time.
Gratitude for patriotism, giving thanks to those serving in the military. And from Zimbabwe to Utah, a difficult journey of 10,000 miles. Hear of one family's eternal gratitude to be sealed together in the Salt Lake Temple. Good morning and welcome to Mormon Times. I'm Kathy Aiken. In Doctrine and Covenants, section 59, verse 7, it says, "Thou shalt thank the Lord thy God in all things." With Thanksgiving quickly approaching, we devote today's show to gratitude. What are you most grateful for? Is it life, freedom, the gospel? We'll explore all of those topics today. In a Mormon message, The Spirit of Thanksgiving, the church asked several people on the streets of New York City what they're most grateful for.
I'm thankful for my job, my health, wife, dog, and family. That's about it.
I don't know where to begin.
I love wonderful weather. Because why do you have to sweat? Why do you have to freeze? It's a beautiful day like today. It's perfect. What more do you want?
I'm thankful when the MTA works and I can get to class or work on time.
I'm thankful for my minivan.
Or when I can get a seat on the train.
Lunch and breakfast and dinner, I'm grateful for that.
Or when someone doesn't get a fight on the train.
Well, he is thankful for muffins.
Oh yeah,
and
donuts and muffins.
If you're skating on the street and a cab sticks his head out of the window and says, "Get off the road." I'm thankful when that doesn't happen.
Thankful for my health, my life, and my family.
I'm thankful for a bed because I've been sleeping on the floor for the last couple of months and I still don't have one. So when I get one, which will hopefully be before Thanksgiving, that's what I'll be psyched on.
Just simple, intelligent conversation means a lot to me.
And home, if I ever get to go home. I haven't been home in, I don't know, months. I don't remember. That's what I'm thankful for.
We should thank God for our adversities and pray for guidance in meeting them. It is all part of the plan. I love the musical and motion picture Fiddler on the Roof. There, a wonderful Jewish father sings, "If I were a rich man." His memorable prayer concludes with this pleading question: "Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?" Yes, Tevye, it might. Let us give thanks for what we are and for the circumstances God has given us for our personal journey through mortality.
I'm thankful for the life and the love that Jesus Christ has given me as my personal Savior.
I'm thankful for too many things. It would take like hours to start it. I can send you a list via email or something like that.
I have both my parents. They're in love. I'm thankful for that example of, how relationships should be after 36 years.
Well, I just celebrated my first wedding anniversary with my husband in September, and I'm thankful for having a wonderful husband.
I'm thankful for macaroni and cheese. I'm thankful for it because obviously it's a very funny sounding food, but it's also a very heartwarming thing for me because my mother used to make macaroni and cheese for me every week when I was in kindergarten.
I'm grateful for my life. I'm glad to be here on this planet at this time.
Well, I'm thankful for God's creation and what He's done for us.
I'm thankful for future opportunities. Yep.
This year, I'm extremely thankful for my two healthy baby boys that were born back in May after a rough start. It's a bit of a miracle they're both alive.
If you have a hard time, you can always overcome that, and there's always positive in the future, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm thankful for.
And I'm extremely thankful for my job and the support from my family and friends during the hardest time of my life.
When we understand that God offers us opportunities for blessings and blesses us through our own adversities and the adversities of others, we can understand why He has commanded us again and again to thank the Lord thy God in all things.
As we look forward to the Thanksgiving holiday, may we each ask ourselves that very question. To view other Mormon messages, visit mormonchannel.org. For BYU basketball coach Dave Rose and his wife Cheryl, gratitude for life is something they're most grateful for and something they'll never take for granted. Cheryl Rose is getting her home ready for Thanksgiving, but this holiday for the Rose family has become so much more than just turkey and the trimmings.
Well, I think every day is, there's a lot more thoughts of gratitude, thankfulness. I really appreciate the fact that, I'm healthy.
That wasn't the case in June of 2009. While vacationing with his family at Disneyland, Dave Rose became very ill. In a stopover in Las Vegas, he was rushed to the hospital. After emergency surgery, it was discovered the BYU basketball coach had pancreatic cancer. Cheryl says the diagnosis deeply tested her faith.
I was raised in the church. My parents were raised in the church. I came from pioneers that crossed the plains, and so it had always just it had come easy to me. And so this experience caused me to take a step back and really evaluate what I believed. I needed faith. I really needed to have faith, and I was lacking faith at that time. Even with his knowledge of the schooling that comes through suffering, he sought to ease the pains of the innocent.
Cheryl says the book, The Healer's Art, was the healing she desperately needed. She read the book to Dave during many restless nights.
Many nights when he couldn't sleep, we would read, and that book brought us so much comfort and so much peace, just knowing that our Savior really does love each one of us, and he is there to heal us. And sometimes that healing we need is a physical healing that Dave needed, and a lot of times it's a spiritual healing, which is what I needed.
I believe that whatever Christ did when he was here on the earth can still happen. And that's when she started to read that book, that's what the peace brought to me, that I just need to have faith. And whatever the outcome was in store for me, then I would put it in God's hands. But I'm a believer.
So what have you done so far at the party? You been playing some games?
Because of their belief, Dave and Cheryl have always given back. For over a dozen years, they've taken part in the Children with Cancer Christmas Foundation, an annual Christmas party for families of children with the disease.
I believe that he's been given a second chance, and we're so grateful for that. But I think at this point it's up to us what we do with that second chance.
So Dave continues on as BYU's basketball coach, beginning his 6th season. Cheryl continues to be her husband's biggest fan. Together, they celebrate life with their 3 children and 5 grandchildren. And Thanksgiving for the Rose family will never be taken for granted.
What I do know is that I'm grateful for the opportunity that I do have. I know that I have been blessed, that our lives have been touched, and hopefully we can make the very most of the time that we have here.
Shortly after his surgery, Coach Rose was declared cancer-free, though he continues to get regular cancer screenings. Well, coming up next, freedom is a blessing that comes with a price. Share an F-16 flight with LDS fighter pilot Matt Russell. Mormon Times correspondent Chad Lewis joined him and learned firsthand what it takes to defend our freedoms abroad.